Hi, my name is Mason. The goal of this video is to give you a little insight of what happens on one of our shoots at M25. We're going to take you along on the journey up there, arriving at locations, and then a little bit of behind the scenes of how we lit certain shots and our experience with the talent. It's actually iced coffee. So the brand that we were shooting was Vxnity. The whole goal or identity of the brand is just to find your true purpose every day in life. Live every day with the intention to do something, accomplish something every day. And that was just the meaning of what the brand was to him. And for me as the creative, I have to try to get that meaning and put it into a story that can be marketable for his brand, for his image, and help him get his identity out there to potential customers. After Stone and I talked back a little bit, I got to writing. In about 2 to 3 weeks, we had a full-out script, full-out schedule. Everything that we needed to shoot was all on paper, and we are ready to start production. We went to the first location, which was the football field. We scouted it out a little bit. We found 3 spots that we really liked. We saw the bench that was there, the middle of the field, and then we had some stuff at the goalpost. Nothing was really football related. It was just a field that looked a little grungy, and I think it turned out really good in the overall look of the video. This right here was probably one of my favorite scenes. I just love wide shots that you're just hooked in to figure out what is happening. That scene wasn't too difficult. We just wanted something that was emotional for the character and something serious that he could dwell on. So we just poured water on him and emulated the sweat and the exertion that he was taking on his workout.
Oh, you gotta get it on? Okay, this is, okay.
Mason, just go with it.
This is water? You didn't mix it with nothing, did you?
No, it's probably really old water.
It's not really old water.
When did you change this water, bro? Bro, this water feels thick.
What does that mean?
Thick water.
There was nothing in that water, okay? It might have been like a day old, but how long does it take for mold to grow? What, like a week? So shooting day 1 was complete. We ended around about 8:30. We went to our Airbnb, Stone went home, and then we just waited till the next day. So we woke up that morning, we reviewed the schedule, and we were looking at the narration, and we thought to give a little more in depth of the story, we needed to tweak it just a little bit. So we headed to a coffee shop.
Do you want me to rate it? It's like an 8. Here, you taste it.
Oh, man. Then after that, we just headed over to the next location, which was all the inside shots. These 2 chairs over there. Now it's gonna shine the light with the 200X right through the window, but the balcony doesn't wrap all the way around. So we're gonna have to put the light out here and then shine it through. So once we got on the shoot, we decided to do the interview first, just because the lighting in the background looked really good with the sun still out. So just to give a little breakdown of the lighting setup, what we first did was set up our key light. We decided to have him sit kind of in the middle of the room, put the Bible and coffee cup right next to him, and then we wanted some elements in the background. We just put a lamp right off to the side that kind of acted as a motivation for where the light source was. Then it's turned on a light in the kitchen that shined some light on the drapes, and then we obviously had some backlight from the sun that was coming out. After we set up the lights, I realized there was just a little bit too much light shining right down on his legs. All we did was put a little negative fill, which is just a little black project board from like Dollar Tree. And we just put it on a C-stand and then put it right in front of where the light was hitting his leg. And that was just right in the bottom. Not even a quarter of it, I don't think, was even filled. So after the interview, we jumped right into doing scenes. And the first one we did was the bedroom scene, I believe. It's supposed to be a serious and neglecting moment for the character. He was neglecting what he was supposed to be doing, which was reading his Bible. It's something that he believed in and the reason why he was even on this journey. So we put the 200X outside the window, and that acted as our key light. It was around like 5,500 to 6,000 Kelvin, and it just gave a nice cast right into the room, which acted as the sunlight. Then I felt like it was a little too dark in there, so I added a little newer light, and that just acted as a little bit of fill on his side to his neck area and a little bit down to the bed. And then I felt like the look wasn't really being sold. I didn't really feel like it was morning time. I still felt like it was still light outside during nighttime, because I mean it was at night. So I added 2 tube lights to the window to the right of him, and that kind of sold it a bit more. The fact that there was sunlight coming through this window, and then somehow the sun was still catching at this side, how bright it was, because it's early in the morning. This one was fun to do, just setting up little props on the desk before he was working. The point of this scene was just to get his daily grind, what he did for work, what were his stresses like, where did it stem from. Just like the bedroom scene, I wanted it to be around 9 a.m., 10 a.m., where there's sunlight just coming right through the window. So what I did is I got the 200X, I put it right outside the window, acting as our key light. And then again, I had it around like 5,500 Kelvin to 6,000. And that was pretty much the only lighting for that shot, other than we had the light on in the kitchen, the same one we used for the interview. And then we had just some natural daylight coming out of the windows here. If I was back there again, I think I would have brought the key light to the same temperature as the outside and then just made it warmer in post or in my camera. So for this frame, it was a little tricky. I really wanted to get moonlight hitting him. Now looking at the frame, it looks more like a street light outside. So we put the 200X right outside the window, and then we just pushed the curtain over to hide the C-stand and the light. And then we just got 2 tube lights and put them right on the other window, emulating a little bit more of the street light, moonlight, however you see it. And it actually gave a little bit of light on his forehead and his face. Overall, I'm really happy about how the video turned out, especially with the small crew that we had. Stone, Margarita, and I really were passionate about the project from the start, and I think it showed in the final product. We really wanted to nail the lighting. We wanted to give a different perspective on the brand and what it represented. There are some things that I think that we could have done a little bit better on. Just looking at a location beforehand, getting there, setting up lights the day before really does make a big difference. And when you're working on a smaller budget, sometimes you just can't fulfill everything that you wanted to do. Overall, video came out great. I'd love to do more of these behind the scenes videos on future shoots, just to show you as a client, as a filmmaker, as anyone else who just wants to know more of what happens behind the scenes here, just to be a little more transparent to everybody. Other than that, let me know what you think about it. Leave comments below, email me, DM me. This is a terracotta mug.